Hello guys and welcome back to your favourite Geek Pod.
Thank you so much for joining us here at Shrine of the Geek. Welcome back, Pod family.
Yeah, thank you for rejoining us again.
So today we're going to be talking about the confirmed, I know a couple episodes ago we did rumours about the Harry Potter cast.
Yeah.
We're going to be talking about the
Six
confirmed
confirmed actors.
We're going to go over the Thunderbolts trailer, which looks really good actually. I mean, it might be shit, but the trailer looks good.
Yeah, and then
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, true. And then to finish off, we're going to round up Daredevil because we finally watched the last episode.
Finally got good. Took about 8 episodes. It was very good. It was like, whoa.
We'll get into that a bit later. There's going to be spoilers for Daredevil.
Yeah, spoilers for episode 9 of Daredevil.
Yeah.
So, you know, and some theories maybe. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I've got some.
Discuss what we're thinking.
Yeah.
So first up, the Harry Potter cast.
Yeah.
There's some. I want to start with the ones we know, like what we personally are aware of.
The 3 actors we know.
Yeah, I want to start first with Paul Whitehouse
Yes.
because that was such a big surprise.
The fact he kept it quiet as well, like
Yeah, it was radio silent because
Yeah.
I feel like we've heard that Papa Acedo is going to be Snape for about 10 years now.
yeah, it's been a long time. But like for anyone who doesn't know, Paul Whitehouse is a very beloved British actor.
A very incredibly gifted impressionist.
Yeah.
Like, it does amazing voices. He's big in the comedy world in Britain. Like, it's, you know, Harry Enfield and Chums.
And he's going to play Filch.
Yeah, it's genuinely, like, he's going to make Filch funny,
Yeah.
I think. It's not just going to be, the creepy janitor. Like, he will comic relief it a bit, I think.
Yeah, the actor who played Filch originally did bring a bit of humor.
Yeah, especially in, like, the earlier ones.
And the last one.
You know, like, his little run in the...
The last one. Students in the corridors! Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like funny though. Like I think they're gonna ham up his relationship with Mrs. Norris as well. Like I think you're gonna see him being so overly affectionate to that cat. Do you know what I mean? Like the way they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I can just see that, and I think it's really good. It's exciting news. It's so fun. I'm so excited.
Like a lot of my friends have been like top notch, brilliant casting.
Yeah, and that's what they need to do. They really do need to like nail some of these castings, just kind of draw us in a bit.
Can I just throw this in now?
Go on.
Of course, Paul. Oh, Paul's here, by the way. Hi, Paul.
I love how it's just staff so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's clever as well because it's taking if you put the spotlight straight away on these new kids who are going to obviously play Harry, Ron, Hermione, Draco, and whatnot, everyone's going to swarm them straight away.
Yeah.
You need to keep those sort of castings.
I do really hope whoever's surround the kids who get cast are good people because they're gonna need
a lot of support.
They're gonna need some good people in their lives. Like not only are they gonna have all the same issues the original lot had to deal with, they're also gonna have angry 30-year-olds.
Yeah.
And you're not Daniel Radcliffe, so you know they're gonna have a lot of shit to deal with. So, and I hope they get the support the original cast got because they're all seem very well balanced, happy adults.
Yeah, well, talking about support, the next actor who's confirmed is Nick Froster's double Hagrid.
Oh, I loved his Instagram post.
Yeah, man.
It was a nice tribute. Did you see it, Paul?
I didn't see it.
Oh, it basically it was like he said, "Oh, I promise, Robbie, I'm not gonna let you down."
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh,
he's such a lovable person, Nick Frost, and like I've said this in the other episode the other week. He's in one of my favourite trilogies, the Coming Out trilogy.
Fantastic trilogy. He's a great actor. I mean, like he's so sweet in Hot Fuzz.
Yeah,
like he's a
kid in it.
Dear.
He's a kid in it, like you know.
Like, yeah, and I think he'll bring that energy to Hagrid because, like you know, Hagrid is a bit like kind of stunted in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think is maybe the best way to describe it. Like he's very innocent and naive, and you know, like he got a dragon in book 1. He's like, come see what I've got. Like not like you know, even though he knows how illegal that is.
Yeah,
he doesn't care. He wants to show his friends this cool new thing, and I think he'll bring a lot of that.
Yeah,
and I'm really excited. To see
I think these the 2 very British actors as well. They're spot on casting.
Yeah, and obviously Nick Frost will be a lot more known to global audiences.
Yeah.
Things
He's like
Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead, Hot Paul, The World's End. Ice Age, he was a voice in Ice Age.
Yeah, so he'll be much more well known. But like Paul Whitehouse, I think a lot of people might be, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
But I would very much recommend you go watch his.
Yeah, just look him up.
Or go watch Mortimer and Whitehouse Gone Fishing.
Yeah.
It's just a fishing show he does with his best mate, and it's the most soothing, lovely little show.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it.
The other confirmed one, who's probably well known globally,
John Lithgow.
Yeah, thanks very much. His name just vanished then, as Albus Dumbledore. Both of us were a bit niffed about this one. Bit worried.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing against him as an actor because he's like we said it before, he's amazing.
Yeah.
I need to see it. I need to visualize it first.
That's not what worries me.
I don't have any thoughts on him yet until I see it. Do you know what I mean?
What worries me is his age. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie,
it is
82 at the moment, and they haven't started filming.
You're gonna AI him, get him to say like all the words in the world.
Record him reading every Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, who knows?
I think we'll have like a mix between Richard Harris and Michael Gambon in him.
In a way, I have no feelings on it. Like with Nick Frost, I have such a gut feeling.
Yeah.
Even with Paul Whitehouse's filter, I have such a good feeling that's going to be a wonderful interpretation to see on screen. And a different one, more importantly, a different one.
Yeah.
Not just copy and paste it, because if you're going to redo something, bring something new to it. Bring a new energy, bring a new interpretation. That's what people want to see. With Lithgow, I don't really know how he's going to play it. I feel like I can more see him being the twinkly, mischievous side of Dumbledore, like, the mysterious.
I thought Richard Harris's Dumbledore brought that.
Yeah, I do think he's going to be more Harris than Gambon. But Gambon never really read the books or knew nothing about it, and I think it shows.
His fight scenes with Voldemort were very more. I couldn't picture Harris doing that.
Yeah, that's very true.
So but I can picture Lithgow doing that. We've seen, like I said before, we've seen Lithgow on all these shows already, from like Third Rock and Son, Dexter, and all the rest. So we know where he can go and where he can't go. So
I'm interested. I'm really interested to see what accent he goes for.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. But
I think it's kind of almost lore established because of Harris and then Gambon. Like he's got a bit of a Northern Irish twinge on him.
Yeah, we had Jude Law.
Like I'm happy with that. I think it's nice. Yeah. It's a very like soothing voice.
Yeah.
Like Richard Harris was just perfect looks wise and voice wise for Dumbledore.
Yeah.
I thought he just like, oh yeah, that's Dumbledore. So I'm excited to see, but I'm not really fully sure how he's gonna play it just yet.
Yeah. And now the three actors, like, we don't really know much about.
No, so Papa Seydoux, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's gonna be Snape.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about him as an actor.
No, so his take is going to be very interesting.
Yeah, it is. Like, Snape's had quite the reinvention since the movies because people have taken him to their hearts.
Yeah.
So I wonder if we're going to go with this kind of this new consensus on Snape, or are we going to go with book Snape?
I know personally, like, even now when I watch Harry Potter with the kids, I've been watching like 1, 2, 3 and that, and I'm just looking at him thinking, I fucking hate you.
I've said this before with Snape, like, I get why we all love him, because I love him because it's Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
But he's not a nice character.
No, he's not.
And people go about the Lily Potter thing, was like, always. After all this time, it's like, yeah, you were creepily obsessed with this woman who wasn't returning your feelings. And then you blatantly said, oh, I don't mind if your fella dies, or if your son dies, just save. Yeah, because she would have gone along with that.
Yeah.
As we all know, mothers are not very protective of their children.
No, obviously not.
They fucking hate them.
Yeah.
So she'd be totally fine with that. Yeah, I'll kill me hubby and me son and be flirted on with a fella I think of as a brother.
Yeah.
So he's not a nice guy. Like he did slightly, he kind of did some brave things. Obviously.
Yeah.
He did. There's no question. But he's not a good guy.
No. For one, he takes out his anger and frustration against James on Harry.
Yeah, it's weird. Like lest we forget, he's just a fucking child bully.
Yeah,
he bullies children. And I know people go about that. The flashback where it's like where Snape was getting bullied.
Yeah.
But it is kind of stated in the books that he acts like Malfoy does. Like he belittles wizards who are Muggle-borns.
Yeah,
he goes around snitching. He's like horrible to people, and that's why James does what he does. But everyone's like, oh, James is just like a jockey, preppy white bully.
Like an example of it, book 4, when there's a bit of a scuffle outside the classroom and Hermione's teeth get enlarged, and instead of being sympathetic to her, he's like, go get that sorted.
Yeah, he's not a nice guy, and I would just like them to acknowledge that.
100%.
Like, they don't need to. I think the fandom will be really unhappy with that take because Snape's like so popular now.
Yeah, he is.
And I love Rickman's Snape.
Yeah.
I'm happy with Alan Rickman's Snape being a lot more sympathetic. you know, when you look at him holistically.
Yeah.
But like, I would like to see him being an arsehole.
Yeah.
Much more than just, it was all for a reason.
Yeah. Next casting is Professor McGonagall, and it is
Janet McAtee.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, McAtee.
Yeah.
Janet McAtee.
Who, she's won awards, hasn't she, when we looked her up?
I believe so. I couldn't tell you what she's been in, though.
No, I couldn't.
She's got a Golden Globe, she's an Olivia winner, Oscar and Emmy nominee.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, so she's up there, like,
I
some
need to start watching more films, don't I?
Yep. But then again, I don't know who this woman is. So I think she has a look of McGonagall.
Because I was never sure McGonagall was as old as she was portrayed in the films.
I don't know.
Because... I mean, I never got the vibe. Because I know, like, Maggie Smith was perfect casting.
Well, don't forget, she taught Snape, James, Sirius, and all them.
Yeah, so like say she could have been like early 20s when. So she could still theoretically be like mid-40s.
I think we've discussed this before because we tried to work it out, like, timeline-wise.
Yeah, it's very hard with Harry Potter stuff to work things out because
for some reason witches and wizards.
Her writing is not brilliant.
No, witches
in that sense.
And we know witches and wizards live up to like 150 years old. Like,
and the Harry Potter fandom help with this then.
I don't know because like this is dead.
Well, they've had to in the past. Like, you know, we've had to. The fandom have had to establish, you know, Dumbledore being gay. Like the fandom have had to establish a lot more about the Marauders and like the castle and stuff.
Because so we know she taught James, Sirius, Peter, Lupin, Snape. She taught these people as kids.
I think they were all very young though.
Yeah,
when they had Harry.
Well, they died at 21, didn't they?
That's what I mean. Yeah. So what, you're in school till you're 18?
Yeah. Going off the franchise, so like I'm including Fantastic Beasts in this. We see a flashback in, I think it's the second Fantastic Beasts movies, with Letta Lestrange in school being told off by McGonagall.
Yes.
So if she was in school then, we also know McGonagall was in school when... Was she a couple of years older than Voldemort in school? So it's everywhere, you know what I mean? It's like dead hard to pinpoint how old McGonagall
She could literally be mid-40s or mid-60s.
Yeah, it's mad.
Roughly. Because I don't know how you get your teaching qualification in the Wizarding World.
Well, if Dumbledore's a headmaster, he just goes...
I mean, you don't. If you're defending against a dark arts, you don't need any qualifications by the time. No, just whoever they can get.
Gilderoy Lockhart.
You know, I don't think they have to go to uni and do a teaching course, do they?
But yeah, if anyone knows, like, McGonagall's age in the books, please let us know, because I'm dead.
It's a bit ambiguous.
Yeah.
But she could... I think what I mean is she could very easily be the younger... Because Janet McAtee looks younger than Maggie Smith, and I assume she is.
Yeah.
Than when they first started. Not by much. I think Maggie Smith was in her 60s.
When she started.
Because Harry Potter was like 20 years ago. I think she was in her 60s when she took that role.
The first Harry Potter movie come out when I was in year 8.
That's mad, isn't it? It's true, yeah, because I remember, like, we got... Because they used to do the treats at the end of the year. So if you were good, like, if you didn't have X amount of detentions or whatever...
Yeah.
You were allowed to go on that treat, and our first treat was to go and watch Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah.
She is 63.
What?
Janet McAtee is 63.
She's got some good genes, that woman. She's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, she is stunning for her age. Like,
she's from Newcastle.
She's a Geordie.
Sammy, we're going to get Anton Deck.
Get yourself out of bed.
Oh, no, yeah, that's wow. I didn't know she was that old.
That's 20 points.
Yeah.
She's an OBE.
Is she?
Yeah.
What's she been in? This is what we need Paul to Google. Like, what's some stuff? Because if you say, oh, she's been in that bit. Oh,
yeah.
She was nominated for the Olivia Award in 1986. Grace of Mary Travers.
No, you heard of it.
Isn't the Olivia Award like theatre?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
for Sir Lawrence Olivier.
She received the Toby Award for the Best Actress in a Play for her performance in A Doll's House in 1997.
She's done a lot of good theatre stuff.
Yeah,
for Broadway, she received 2 other nominations for Mary Stuart in 2009 and Bernhardt and Hamlet in 2019.
Wow.
I do love theatre actors in in film though, because
Yeah.
they've got
She
so
was
much
in the
presence.
Divergent series.
And I've not seen that,
Ah.
so
I've only seen the first one.
Snatcher, Wuthering Heights, Carrington, Albert Nobbs, Velvet Goldmine, As You Like It, and The Menu.
The Menu.
That's
isn't
a really good film.
That's
That's Ralph Fiennes.
yeah, on Disney Plus.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I think it's the woman that was in.
Taylor-Joy.
Is it Daisy?
No, Anna Taylor-Joy.
Was it her? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She was in Jessica Jones.
What?
Who did she play? Was she wasn't she like one of the bad guy type boss women? Was she
Season 2.
Was she her best mate's boss?
I don't know, but this is a. I think I might have to go back and watch Jessica Jones now.
That's madness.
Yeah.
Well, like I think she's got a lot of. She'll have a lot of stage presence, and because like I think
Episode 3, Season 2, she came into.
Season 2, yeah, I know who she is now. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who
Well,
is she?
I don't know the name, but I know I can picture her now that you said that.
That's good then. Like having a lot of
She's got scraggly hair.
a big body of stage work behind you, because
Yeah.
like McGonagall is probably one of the most prominent characters in terms of their presence and their character.
Yeah.
You know, like we're always seeing, she is tough, she's fair, she's very kind,
Yeah.
she's no nonsense. Like
Yes.
she's basically what Snape should be.
Yeah.
Also in Ozark.
Ozark, I've not seen that. I've seen like.
I always thought like she's just what Snape should be.
Yeah.
She's tough but fair.
And then, so yeah, that's McGonagall, and then the last actor is Luke
Alan.
Fallon. We just done a quick research on Luke, and he's been in absolutely nothing yet.
He's got a podcast.
Yeah. Which
Maybe if they reboot it another 10 years, one of us will get cast.
By the way, sorry, yeah, he's playing Quirrell, Professor Quirrell.
Yeah, so I don't really. Sorry, Paul, what was
The
that?
podcast is A Room with a View.
A Room with a View.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm going to listen to it, but I'm not. I have very little time to do that.
Yeah, same.
He's also done National Theatre Live.
Yeah,
I'm gonna check his podcast actually, because it's just to get a bit of knowledge about him, I suppose.
Paul also said he's done National Theatre as well, so he's got some background.
I do think with how young he looks though, and like they might lean into the more tragic element of Quirrell.
Yeah, because he's what we had looked before. He's 20.
Because I think he is quite young.
About
Quirrell.
20. No, he's 29. He'll be 30 next year, won't he? Yeah. So he's a young Quirrell. But then again, I always pictured Quirrell to be.
I think
quite young.
Quirrell is supposed to be quite young.
Yeah, because he was easily manipulated by Voldemort, wasn't he? So.
Yeah, and I do think they are going to go into the more tragic element, because throughout the first book we just kind of see Snape bullying him, and and he's essentially got Voldemort leeching off the back of his head. It must be quite painful and torturous existence.
Yeah.
So like I do think they'll ham up the more tragic.
Yeah. I'm excited. It's put a bit of excitement in it for me, like the having this casting news, because it went for a long time and we got no news whatsoever.
I was just fed up of apparently.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what? Just tell us, guys. Why does it have to be a big secret? Yeah. Especially when a lot of people you're not mega familiar with.
You know what though? I said this to our Sam. Our Sam was like, "Do you think they'll finally introduce Peeves, the poltergeist?" And I was like,
"Fucking best do."
I was like, "Yes." And the only person I'll accept to play Peeves right now is Simon Pegg.
That would be so good.
Yeah. Just having Simon Pegg and Nick Frost in a thing together again will make me so happy.
Do you know what? Like, this is like a weird one, because we've said this actor could be like anybody. But I was watching some of his videos that he's done with David Tennant, and Michael Sheen has got this like malevolent smile at times.
Yeah.
When he's being cheeky. Do you know when he's trying to wind up David Tennant?
Yeah.
And I just think it might be such a good look. And he could do that voice, because he's really supposed to have this like yeah type of voice.
You know what?
Isn't he, Peeves? Like he's supposed to be acting like an annoying kid.
I would love Michael Sheen to be in it, just so he can turn around and be like, "Well, now I am in Harry Potter, David." Because David always had a little dig, doesn't he? Like he's the only British actor not to be in Harry Potter.
Oh, I think they will do it. They might give him like a thing, but there's still like plenty of other things to cast. So
he could be Lupin.
Lupin's gonna be interested.
Yeah,
But yeah, so those are the ones we know of. Those are the confirmed ones. It
But
is.
yeah, I'm happy with that casting.
It's made me feel a bit more kind of excited.
Yeah,
I
sorry.
think.
I just need to stop you. Paul,
When did we get earpieces?
we didn't. I'm just imagining.
Why haven't I
it now.
got one?
So this, we've just got told
Oh yeah.
the new Fantastic Four trailer's just dropped.
And you know who that means?
Daddy
Pedro.
Pedro.
Bow chicka bow wow. You're gonna get it up on the TV. Okay. Right.
So should we have a quick look and see what everyone thinks?
Yeah, since since this is going to be the trailer segment, 'cause we're about to do
Thunderbolts as well,
so
yeah.
May as well do this. And
Play.
go.
Well, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space.
Not an origin story, I like
Is
that.
that Bob Odenkirk?
Never changed.
I'm not too sure.
Like Better Call Saul? Same.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I do love It's Not an Origin.
Yeah.
Owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Oh,
Welcome to the fantastic.
I love this 50s aesthetic.
Yeah. Fit.
Old school costumes.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking?
I love how thing looks.
He's very comic
He
accurate,
looks
isn't he?
fucking boss.
What do you mean, Willie?
I don't know how I feel about him.
Yes, we
Do you know?
Not sure.
I just said that. Are you pregnant? What?
Oh,
Best mom in the world. And you are going to be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We
I like that. That feels very Johnny.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to change.
Feels like a likable Johnny, not cocky.
Yeah.
Fun, like cocky in the right way. Oh shit.
Are you the protectors?
Oh, face look a Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer's got sexy.
We all. Your planet is now marked for death.
Oh, who's playing Silver Surfer?
Not too sure.
Have to Google that. Fuck yeah.
I stretch the bounds of space.
I'm not crazy on Johnny's hair, you know. He looks weird. Looks like a wig.
Who's Silver Surfer's boss?
We know who his boss is.
Yeah.
Hair bosses, yeah, sorry.
I'm not giving up.
He looks very Kubrickian with
There
his
he is.
50s
Yeah.
aesthetic.
Galacticus.
We will fight it together. As a family. Has to be us.
Fremont.
Oh,
Hey, that's good.
the stretching.
Yeah, yeah, I like that.
The stretching CGI looks really cool.
We will protect you.
Go on, Daddy Pedro.
Do you know what I really like?
That little feet.
I really like Pedro there.
That little feet. Fantastic.
Oh, Galactus.
Like the
Fuck.
the graphics and like the graphic style look Fallouty.
Yeah, I
The whole
like that.
thing looks a bit Fallouty, Joe. The futuristic 50s vibe. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. That looks cool. That's how Marvel should be, like.
That's made me excited. That's the first time I've watched a Marvel trailer in a long time. Go, wow.
Yeah. That. Like, I've gone on against Marvel. I love Marvel
Yeah,
movies.
we love Marvel.
The last couple of films have been.
It's like, yeah, I think they're just kind of going with the motions and expecting it to
Yeah.
be good, as opposed to making something like let's, like they've gone with futuristic 50s aesthetic, which
Yeah.
looks really cool.
Julia Garner.
Is playing
Maybe it's
Silver
Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that aesthetic of futuristic 50s. It's just it looks. I don't know. It just looks so much different than something we've had
Yeah, yeah.
in the MCU, and it kind of, it gives the excuse to have the old school
Yeah.
costumes and look. Like I think Thing looks amazing.
Yeah. Very comic accurate, like the unibrow. and
I think
stuff.
they all look good. I think Pedro's Reed Richards looks really cool actually.
It's Daddy Pedro.
I was a bit unsure about that because it's like I kind of just start seeing Pedro in things as
Everything,
opposed to characters.
Daddy Pedro.
Daddy Pedro, sorry, yeah. I just kind of when I see him now, the more and more I see him, like, hey, it's Pedro. It's not whoever.
You know,
But it feels like Reed Richards there.
Daddy Pedro Paul.
It's still great, and I still want some
Yeah.
more Mando.
But yeah, that's a.
I love me Fallout aesthetic.
Yeah,
It looks sick.
it's got me more excited for
Yeah.
future MCU projects, and Thunderbolts is another one that got me excited.
Sorry, is the thing there? Is he CGI or costume? I couldn't tell.
That's got to be CGI,
It looked kind of.
but it could be.
It looked like it
could
was
be a
both at
mix of
times.
both. Yeah.
It didn't look like they were solely relying on CGI
Yeah.
or a costume, which I like.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, that was a cool trailer.
Yeah. Same as the latest Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I was surprised that.
I want to go back, right, a couple of episodes ago, when I was talking about what I was looking forward to and stuff, and I said Thunderbolts, and you said
It still could be shit. It probably still will be shit.
it looks shit. And I said,
Does
no,
look shit.
the trailer looks brilliant.
The trailers always look brilliant.
No, but
It's what they do.
I think Thunderbolts is going to be very sneaky on people. I think everyone's going to go in.
Folks, we all
We're gonna watch it again.
Everyone's going to go in with this, like, it's Thunderbolts, so who cares? And I think everyone's going to come out being like, wow.
It kind of looks like it might be a bit of a sleeper, like Guardians was. You know, when
Yeah.
Guardians first came out, I was like, why the fuck are we having this?
Yeah.
Because I know it's funny to say it now, but no one gave a shit about the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, you didn't.
And if you say you did, you're fucking lying.
Unless
You're
they
trying to be cool.
Unless
no one liked them.
unless they were true hardcore, like, you know.
Yeah, I do.
Marvel
Yeah,
fans.
I do apologise. There are hardcore Marvel fans who like the comics,
Yeah.
but most people
Like the general
didn't have a fucking
fan
clue.
base who don't really follow comics, yeah, they don't have a clue. But with Thunderbolts, I'm looking forward to seeing Wyatt?
Diet Cap.
Yeah. What's his name in real life?
Oh, it's
Wyatt Russell.
Wyatt Russell.
Yeah,
It's
Wyatt Russell.
Kurt Russell's son.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing him back because I think he's a fantastic actor.
Mm.
Obviously, we've got Bucky coming back.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice to see him
Sebastian
being like. He
Stan.
looks like he's going to be a bit of a leader as well,
yeah.
which I like.
I like that idea.
Is he?
Him and Yelena, they're going to be.
I mean, he should be. If he's not the leader in that team, they're doing something fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the leader? Ghost.
Is there going to be a post?
Shit, Taskmaster.
Well, he's the one who, from what I gather from the trailer, Falcon's the one who gets them all together.
And if, I'm not being funny. He would absolutely, if he so chose, he could rip the fucking shit out of any of them.
Including Yelena.
He just would. Like, especially Yelena.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
She's a great assassin, but she's not the Winter Soldier.
no, the other two, like, what are the
Red-
characters' names?
So there's Red Guardian, who's played by.
He could
David
give
Harbour.
Bucky a fight purely because he
He's
is
a
like
super
enhanced.
soldier. Yeah.
And what is his name? Like Wyatt Russell's character's name?
John Walker.
Has he got like a superhero name?
was-
US agent.
Yeah, so those two
Some
could,
geeky knowledge coming out.
but like
guys.
I mean, he already lost a fight. So,
Yeah, 'cause he already lost to Bucky.
but you think
and Sam.
you know what them Ruskies
Oh,
are like though? A Russian version of Captain America would be hard.
I cannot remember, 'cause it's been a while since I watched the Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Mm.
Did John take some of that serum to, like, the.
Yeah, and it made him go a bit funky.
Yeah.
Well, it was serum that they kind of. So it wasn't the original one that
No,
like
it's
that,
the one.
Steve Rogers had.
Yeah,
They kind of
it's-
manufactured it
Yeah.
from that, so it was like
Timu version.
I don't think it was quite as stable, obviously, because he went a bit nuts.
Yeah.
But I can't remember because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
So I can't really remember if it was just him. It was just that was
Well,
always,
his mate.
that was
died,
always
didn't he?
within him.
His mate died, didn't he? That's why he went a bit psycho.
Yeah, but he was kind of already getting a bit
Yeah.
kind of cocky and dangerous, and like not
Yeah.
caring, and then he obviously just went
So yeah.
off
So
the deep end.
we've got Bucky, US agent, Red Guardian.
Who I love.
Red
Give
Guardian.
me some David Harbour any day.
You know what? Like the Black Widow movie didn't receive very well because of the time it come out and stuff.
It was
like,
ridiculous timing.
yeah. It was so out of place to come out when it did. It was.
But as a movie, it was fine.
Yeah.
And it's obviously Taskmaster was a bit of a problem.
Yeah. But David Harbour in that was so good.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing Red Guardian back. Ghost is coming back from Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm interested to see what to do with her character after the ending of Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah, if you can like stabilize her so she's not paying all of
She got stabilized at the end of
I
Ant-Man and
can't
Wasp.
remember. All these things happened so long ago.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like all these. So these characters need this, I think, just to make them a bit more relevant.
And Taskmaster's there.
Yeah, they need to fix Taskmaster. I can't pronounce it. Taskmaster.
And it's not even the fact that it was Taskmaster as a woman. It was like the kind of shit Deadpool version.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Weapon X, Taskmaster.
Weapon-esque Mark II.
Like why did they think that was cool?
No, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing both those characters back, so Ghost and Taskmaster. And then, obviously, we've got Florence Pugh. I could watch
What a
it.
beautiful woman.
Yeah.
What an absolute and very, very good actor.
Yeah.
Very, very good actor.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
She looks quite. I've seen some interviews with her about this, and she seems quite hyped about it.
Mate, did she?
Like she's excited. Do you know what I mean? Like
they released like behind the scenes thing the other day.
yes, and it was on the
And
big building in Malaysia or
She
whatever.
had to beg Kevin Feige to let her jump off the second tallest building in the world.
Yeah, you were like, oh, I can't wait to do that, and then the director was saying, yeah, we know Disney rightfully had issues with it because we want to dangle Florence Pugh off the second tallest building.
Yeah. So like, yeah, she seems very hyped for this movie.
Yeah, I did. It did make me feel a bit more easy about the film because she did genuinely seem, oh, I can't wait for you to see this. Like, this is going to be fun. And from the trailer, it did kind of evoke Avengers Assemble to me. The same kind of, like, I know they were more powered up, the Avengers, because they had Hulk and Thor, but like they hadn't really come into their own fully yet, and they were very much against it. Yeah. Like it kind of evoked that.
Yeah. I'm just thinking as well. Obviously, we're getting introduced to Void, who's the main villain. I don't know if Void and Sentry are the same person.
Yes, they are.
They are. Thank you.
The Void embodies the negativity and corruption.
There we go. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
But obviously, having that character in the MCU, he is literally Marvel's Superman.
Yes.
So that's a very interesting character to bring into play.
Well, Marvel's second Superman, because I think Adam's like that as well. I think Adam is like that as well.
Warlock.
Adam Warlock, yeah.
He has the power of 1 million exploding suns.
Then this movie should be over very quickly.
Yeah. So yeah.
Even if the A-Team are there, that movie should be over quick.
Yeah. So I'm interested. It's a very interesting character to introduce.
I'd like to know how they go about it by not having any heroes around.
Yeah.
I'm always interested with these things, like how they play it.
Isn't that the point of the film? Like, I can't remember her name. It's the one who's like, what's her name?
Because aren't we supposed to have this thing where, like, because currently, like, a lot of the heroes aren't active.
Yeah. Well,
so it could work. Like, Hulk's not active at the minute.
No, he's...
Thor's gone off.
Yeah.
He's in semi-retirement, raising that daughter.
Yeah. Obviously, Cap's an old man.
Cap's not around.
Tony's brown bread.
The only one we've got is...
Spider-Man in New York.
Is, like Anthony Mackie's Cap.
Yeah.
Sam's Cap. Falcon Cap.
Yeah.
Cap Falcon.
So, it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out.
I mean, Doctor Strange is about...
Is he, though? Because last time we saw him, he jumped into another dimension with
America.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and he's had a lot of shit to deal with.
Yeah, he's got that new eye.
Scarlet Witch ain't about.
Yeah.
She's dead.
We still don't know, what's going on.
Yeah, she's defo dead.
Yeah. But yeah, so Thunderbolts comes out.
I'm trying to think of anyone.
Oh,
it's fine. She-Hulk's still about. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're gonna get Daredevil, are they?
No, he's gone into hide. Yeah. So
Daredevil's got his hands full with just the police, so he's not going to be able to help, is he?
No. Yeah, Thunderbolts in
Can't even
cinema.
beat the police.
Stop it. Thunderbolts in the cinema, May 2nd. I know I'll be going to watch that in the cinema.
Yeah, I possibly will, yeah. That is one I'm definitely going to see, because I haven't even been to see the last few Marvel films.
No,
I've not seen...
I think we say this
Captain Marvel 2, The Marvels, not seen that.
Yeah.
I've not seen Captain America.
No, I haven't.
New World, whatever it is.
We literally just wait usually for Disney Plus. Don't we?
I can't even remember the last Marvel film. What have been the last few Marvel films? Can you remember off the top of your head?
So the last Marvel film I went to watch in cinema was with Paul at Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, that's the last one I saw in cinema.
And that was what, 2020?
Did Multiverse of Madness come out before or after that?
After. Because they mention it in that.
That's why I went to see Multiverse of Madness.
In the cinema?
Yeah. I really liked that. I really, really liked Multiverse of Madness. I didn't kind of like the whole Scarlet Witch thing.
Yeah.
But as like, because of the context
Yeah.
of what we've had with Scarlet Witch, I didn't like the way she was going. But like, I was happy with that explanation. It was a Darkhold. But like, contextually, it was a bit.
Yeah.
Would she do this though?
So we had No Way Home,
Yeah.
and then Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. So I went to see both of them in the cinema.
I went
Love
to.
and Thunder,
Didn't see that in the cinema.
Nope.
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever,
Oh, I went to watch that in the cinema actually. I took one of the residents from Autism together to watch that.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania,
No.
Didn't see those two in the cinema, but I enjoyed Black Panther 2 for the most part.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, we went to see that. No, we saw that, and
We both watched it today. Come on Disney Plus.
because I think they released it early on Disney Plus, didn't they?
Yeah, and we sat there and watched it. And I messaged you like bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, me and Lee pressed play at the same time. We were just watching it. It was very cute.
And then we had the Marvels.
I didn't go. Not gonna lie, I had no intention of ever going.
So I have no idea about anything on the Marvels.
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're trying to push it big time because they had her dad in Daredevil.
You know what? I've got nothing against Kamala.
Kamala Khan was getting more mentions than bloody.
Luke Cage.
Was getting more mentions than Luke Cage. Was getting more mentions than bloody Frank Castle.
Yeah.
We were the whole episode talking about her, his daughter.
Yeah.
Like, where is she then? We could use her right now.
But yeah, so Thunderbolts. I'll like I said, defo. We could all three of us go together.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I am going to watch the Marvels because it'll be on Disney now.
No,
and I think I need to watch it just to know.
I've watched it and I didn't hate it.
See, I really like the villain in that, the actor in it. She was in
woman.
Fresh Meat.
Yeah.
She's such a good actor. She's British as well. I think she's gone out with Tom Hiddleston
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
because they were on Strictly Come Dancing together in the crowd. I was like, oh, are they together? Zawe Ashton.
Yeah.
I think that's her name. But she was absolutely amazing in Fresh Meat. She was so funny. So like, I do like it, but I have no idea.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't listen to like what people have said about the movies because it's one of them that even if it was amazing, people will just shit on it.
Yeah.
Because they don't like Brie Larson, which is fair enough. But
I love Brie Larson. I think she's great.
no, I just prefer to see something
Yeah.
and to understand why it's shit or not shit, as opposed to listen to why people tell me.
Right. I like I say, I didn't hate the Marvels. I thought it was good.
But so this does look like the first one in a little bit. That's like Fantastic Four and that Thunderbolts are like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Marvel are starting to make.
When I've watched Cap Brave New World, then I'll say whether or not I think that.
Yeah, I think I might watch that.
We need to wait for it. It's still not on Disney Plus.
Is it not? Yeah,
No.
no. But like, I think with Thunderbolts, so like Fantastic Four, I expect that to be that good.
Yeah.
Because it's
The after with
because
Fantastic
it's like
Four,
one of the founding pillars of Marvel. Do you know
and
what I
not
mean?
just
Like
that,
it's
with that dreadful Fantastic Four that came out in like 2015.
fantastic.
They have to make this one good. They have to. It has to be miles better
Yeah.
than that last one. So
Yeah, and I do as that. I love the fact that it's not a origin.
yeah,
That's great. But like, I think what's interesting about Thunderbolts is that it feels like the type of thing that like the MCU made its name on, i.e., making you care about
secondary characters.
movies that you don't necessarily.
Yeah.
If you think, oh, I wouldn't give a shit about that.
Yeah.
Which it could be like that. Could be like their return to form
Yeah, cool.
because they're in a lose with Fantastic Four. Because like, no, you should do it well.
Yeah,
There's no, I don't care if you do it well. You're not getting you're not getting praise because you should do.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
but yeah. Right, so we've round this up with Daredevil.
So episode 9, obviously, this will be the first time there's spoilers in this episode, I suppose.
Yeah.
Even though we warned you at the start, so we'll warn you again.
Spoiler.
Spoilers for the episode 9 of
Daredevil Born Again.
Born
season
Again,
one.
the finale.
Yeah, so the end of episode 8, obviously, Daredevil shot.
They were starting to work it in episode 8, I thought, because that whole, like, what would you call it? Like a ball or a a meeting or a
It was a
fundraiser.
It was something like that, yeah, wasn't it?
You know, the party.
Charity event.
That whole party scene, I fucking loved. I love the tension of it building up. I love the tension between Matt and his girlfriend, like, you know, between Matt and Fisk and Vanessa and Matt, and you know, we've got Poindexter. We got Bullseye, like, you know, he's starting to look where he's gonna come, and then you had that really cool scene which kind of shows how fucked up the police are, where you know, they got that dude taking photos and he put it
was handed in the bat.
You know, it was just so well done. And episode 9 just really continues that, and it pissed me off though, because I was like, this is the standard you should be doing of your storytelling for Daredevil.
Yeah.
Especially now as we've got context with these characters, because we've seen them in Netflix.
I love the fact as well in this episode, Fisk just basically went, been doing what I've been doing, so we get this end game. He's been playing everyone for a fucking fool, just so he can make. He went to Vanessa. You made millions.
Yeah,
and
now
I
I'm
make billions.
Billions.
Yeah,
like, yeah. We made
like,
millions through Red Hook, and now we can make billions. What was the line he said? Because like him and Vanessa are talking, and he's like, "Well, if certain benefits happen to come up with me being the mayor, so be it." And his little smile, like, I love his voice, man. Like,
I love the fact as well he knew Vanessa Cephagio. He was like, I know. And she was like, fuck. She thought she was like one step ahead of him, and he was like, I knew.
Yeah, it was really cool, and then he was kind of like, yeah, that's good, because we can do this now.
Yeah.
The whole plan to like make their own city state.
It just makes him look so smart, which he should be, like the Kingpin. He's not just some dumb gangster. He is so smart.
Yeah.
And he just proved that in that episode.
It also kind of annoyed me, because I was like, yeah, they kind of were grappling with, is Kingpin trying to be good?
Yeah.
But also, like, no, because it's the fucking Kingpin. Why are you trying to fool us?
And again, he's shown
that. We all know.
He's shown that with the.
We want to see his bad side. It's cool.
And we got shown that again with the chief of police.
I'm so surprised they put this in. I'm glad that we kind of different. Joe and Paul, but on the last episode, Paul asked the question, have they watered it down?
Yeah.
And we kind of said, yes, kind of, but not so much the violence.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we clarified that point, because we would look absolutely fucking stupid
right now
after that scene. That is the most, like, graphic scene I've seen in a Marvel film.
Yeah, that's
in a Marvel property
ever. Like,
that's one of the most graphic things I've seen in,
you know what I mean,
any media.
I think as well, we've watched the Punisher series where Frank Castle's caving people's heads in with like a sledgehammer. This dude literally grabbed this guy's head, crushed it that much, and then ripped his jaw off. The blood everywhere. Oh my god!
Where has he got that strength from?
Well, Fisk is like literally stupidly strong in the comics, and I love the fact they've gone with that in the show and proven Fisk could fucking kill you at the blink of an eye.
Yeah, because it was really cool as well.
Yeah.
It was like, because they were juxtaposing that with Frank being tortured. But I was like, you know, obviously one of them, like, literally the commissioner caving into pressure.
Literally.
And Frank was just like,
yeah,
you admire me. You don't know me.
Yeah.
It's just like, so, you don't give a fuck about all these people, and I loved it so much.
Well, I loved Frank's instructions to this episode as well, so obviously...
But, so to finish off the team, that was amazing. And the fact he was doing it in front of all the police.
Oh, yeah. And like, even they were like, even Buck, like his right-hand man, that's his name, by the way, Buck. Even he looked a bit uncomfortable watching it. Like, you could tell they were all way uncomfortable there. But yeah, so Frank's introduction is brilliant as well, because obviously...
Fuck Sheila, by the way.
Yeah.
She did him dirty.
Sheila, yeah.
What a bitch.
Obviously, we see Matt in the hospital, and Kingpin sends Buck to finish Matt off with a needle. Matt's super hearing, hears him walking up, so he just fucks off. And then we see Matt going into his apartment, and he just like, he sort of walks in, smirks and like giggles, goes and sits down, and he sat there and goes, didn't expect to see you here. And then Frank's like going on a rant. He's like, you got this stupid apartment.
What does he say to him? You're a wall-to-wall asshole.
Where's your coffee pot? He's like,
I love that insult so much, you wall-to-wall asshole. Only because he doesn't have any coffee.
Yeah. And love...
So he's not done anything yet.
The back and forth between them is spot on. Like,
I love the fact that they never play it up for laughs.
No.
because like you can kind of tell these two probably
Respect-
do like each other
They
a little
respect
bit.
each other.
They respect each other more than they like each other.
Yeah.
But I do think Matt likes Frank, but Daredevil hates Punisher.
Yeah.
But they never kind of like change it where it's like, oh, you're fun.
Yeah.
Like they kind of did a little bit where he's like, you're an asshole, Frank. Yeah.
He goes,
I know.
He goes, yeah, you've had a haircut and aftershave, all that for me. Like, fuck off.
Like they do kind of play it around a bit, but like they kind of start like, you know, like they have that.
Yeah.
Like there's a really cool fight in Matt's apartment.
Well, I love it as well because he goes to him, doesn't he? Is that your new costume? What you call that? The ass?
Yeah.
Something or
So they're coming upstairs and he's like, okay, you're going to do this with your ass hanging out.
Yeah. And then obviously, like, that fight scene, like, Frank's just going off on one. Like,
He
just,
screams. I love the way, like, he
His
just
fist
screams
will
as he's
scream.
fighting.
he's just, like, stabbing
The
people,
knife
shooting,
scenes are mad as well. You know,
Yeah.
like when he's like, he stabs someone in the leg, but he
rips it out.
drags it up and like to tear out all the muscles and get the art. Because I think your biggest artery is there
Yeah.
in your thigh. So if you nick that, you're fucked.
Yeah, and, like, Matt's, like, fighting everyone and, like, at the same time trying to stop Frank killing people.
Mm.
It's just brilliant.
It's such because they're both brutal fighters, but like Daredevil's sitting there at the time, like he's like, "Hey Frank, stop!
Yeah,
don't!"
yeah.
But he's like, "Oh, is he innocent? Fuck this guy!"
Yeah. But I love it as well. We found out who killed White Tiger. And I never, ever, ever expected it to be him.
No, because you would have thought it would have been
The other dude.
yeah, the one who was like, who has to have such a bad death
Yeah.
in season 2. I hope because
And I
he's such
hope
a
it is.
smarmy prick.
I hope it's Frank as well.
It will be Frank, because Daredevil won't do it.
Yeah, I can't remember what that guy's name is, but yeah, I thought it was going to be that guy, the one who was like at the train station
Mm.
at the time.
But it's such a good fight because, like, what's good about Daredevil, I think, when it originally came out, I think like the Raid movies were very big at that time. They were very influential.
And we
for,
got a lot of
for
like, the
action.
corridor.
So it's a lot of close,
Yeah, combat.
like showing everything. Like, you know, no fucking slow-mo-y shit, or it was visceral. Like the
Yeah.
Raid. The Raid. We need to all praise the Raid because it's done wonders for action, modern action. And like that was another that goes down in the lore, that apartment fight, I think.
Yeah.
It was just so good, like just the stages it was happening. Like I loved like the moralistic debate and like neither of them are gonna budge.
No.
Like Daredevil's like, stop killing him, and Frank, no,
No, you
he
stop
doesn't.
killing.
He doesn't deserve to live. Does
Yeah.
he deserve to live? No, he
'Cause,
doesn't,
like,
and shoots him.
I love it. Like when the guy's there and he's got his hand stuck in the wall from the knife,
Mm.
and like obviously they find the bullet with the Punisher thing on, and it comes out he was the one who killed White Tiger. Hector,
Officer Cole North.
is that the one who we hate?
He's the one who killed White Tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's the one who killed White Tiger. And he's there stuck on the wall, and obviously Daredevil says something to him, and then he's on the wall. He's having flashbacks of seeing Foggy and whatever else. I don't know how
they're
he's.
getting celebrating in the courtroom
Yeah.
for Hector being acquitted.
Yeah, and then like
Hugging him in there.
you just hear Frank, do it, Red, do it. It's like he literally is the devil on the devil's shoulder.
I fucking love. I
Yeah.
love John Bernthal. I love this Punisher. I would just watch him a million times. I just give him his own fucking series, put him in the movies. Just give us more him because he's wonderful.
Yeah.
He needs to be treasured. That man.
And I love it because like after that bit they start arguing, and then all you hear is like, and they both go, grenade, grenade, run, and like they jump, and then obviously Matt grabs him and throws his thing, and they land on some poor bastard's car, and this guy's probably looking at his car thinking, my insurance doesn't cover this.
It's so well done, that whole fight scene.
Yeah,
It's well done, like the character, like it's versions of the characters we want to see.
Yeah.
But like showing them in actual genuine conflict with each other whilst working together. You know, their two opposing ideals coming together.
Yeah.
Is probably ultimately could lead to like a very cool clash.
Yeah.
In future.
well obviously
But like I just thought it was perfectly well done, and it just made me want
Yeah.
more of this. You can do this. Why didn't we get more of it?
we obviously see they go their separate ways again. Where Karen comes and picks up in the car and stuff. Karen's back.
Yeah, so Karen was the one who persuaded
Frank to keep
Frank
an eye on him.
to go and.
Do you reckon she done that from the start, by the way? Because well, why was Frank in New York anyway? She left New York in the Punisher series. So
I don't know if like he was aware of the copycats, wasn't he? Because like he was saying,
Yeah,
oh, these
was
damn
he-
copycats again.
Was he only aware because Karen made him go to New York to keep an eye on Matt for a bit?
I don't know. Like I kind of felt the way he said it was like, oh, I do know about this.
Yeah.
But like, I don't really give a shit. Like that vibe with Frank, like
Yeah.
he seems to not give a shit, and I do think that's true because he would have he wouldn't have got caught in Punisher's his own Punisher series.
Yeah.
If that was that motivated Frank.
Yeah.
He's blitzing through those police officers.
Yeah, because obviously Frank ends up getting ambushed, doesn't he, sort of thing?
Yeah, so like they kind of when they split ways, like Frank's like, oh, I'm not bothered, and then he kind of hears stuff over the radio, and he's like, oh fuck, I can't let this go.
Yeah, yeah.
So like he goes to him because he hears the police going, oh, meet at this warehouse, we're going hunting, and he's like, oh fuck that.
It is warehouse, isn't it?
I can't remember what warehouse or whatever it was, but he was like, because he's got the police scanner,
Yeah.
so he can hear them, and then he's listening to what the police are doing. So I'm not gonna let that go. So he goes and like he does. It's another good little fight scene.
Yeah.
But like Frank gets overwhelmed and captured.
It's just I can hear the scream in my head like when he's. It's
like he's just letting us. It's like his demons are coming out.
I could literally go to bed listening to him scream. I'll be like, oh.
It's mad, isn't it? Like because it's like it's not like badass, even though it is badass. But like his screams are not like it's like anguish.
It's like his therapy.
It's like something's coming out. Like it's like his demons, his traumas coming out.
But yeah, like they say, he gets overwhelmed and captured, and they're all standing there, and that guy's like,
that smarmy one.
Yeah, he was like, we respect you, Frank. We want you to join us, and he's just like, you know what it's like to be me.
I do look. He looks kind of because he's just been beat the shit out of, and he's all like, swollen, but he's looking around like he's pissed. Like he can't believe it. Like, what?
So,
you don't know me. And I like it. He doesn't know what to say. That smarmy guy. It's like one of the first times he's like, oh shit. Like he can't intimidate. I love the fact that they can't intimidate Frank.
No.
It don't matter. Like even if they're gonna kill him.
And then like each one of them takes a shot on him, don't they? And I was just like, you bunch of bastards.
And he's like, you can't intimidate me.
I
loved it.
I was literally sitting there. And I was like, don't you dare kill Frank? Don't you dare? But then I had to remind myself, no, we know there's a Frank's like thing coming out. So.
It'd just be a waste at this point.
Yeah.
Like this is the type of person like we need to, from the TV shows. Like this is the way you need to go with them because the film universes you need to be a bit more family friendly. I get that.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's built itself up on. Like even the big war scenes we see in the movies, they're always against CGI aliens and there's never blood and stuff. But like in the shows we can do this.
Yeah.
You can be a bit more like gritty and realistic, and that's the way you should go. Not just giving everyone a TV show for the sake of it. Like have a story, have a good story, like good characters. Like I want to see more of Punisher. I want to see more Frank Castle. I want to see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, and obviously, so going back to the episode, we see Karen and Matt work out what Bucky had found out.
Yeah.
And then they go to the docks and see it all happen, but there's like so many more.
Yeah, like, oh, we can't do this.
Yeah, she literally says there's like an army. And then Matt says the line, we need an army. And not really much more happens in the episode, like Frank's captured.
This really disappointed me this bit, because it was like the old Meta Josies, and it was like, Daredevil's having his little monologue about, okay, we could take this city back, we can do this. And like, there's people gathered in Josie's, and it's like Cherry is his little liaison fella he's worked with.
Yeah.
A couple of uniformed police officers who are obviously the good guys. Yeah. Because they had to fucking have at least one or two police officers who aren't corrupt as fuck.
The one he's been working with.
Detective Kim. I think and Inspector Kim, whatever their name is.
And obviously Josie.
But I was really expecting some other people here.
You were expecting the defenders, weren't you?
I wanted, not you, Iron Fist. I said no. No.
I
go away, Danny.
So you wanted, obviously.
I was just expecting, like, I don't know, Jessica Jones leaning at the bar with a whiskey, like, looking like she's like, oh, fucking hell, here we go.
Maybe Luke sitting there, like, in a suit.
One of them. Yeah, just one of them to be like, okay. But it just meant nothing to me, that end scene. Like, okay, obviously Cherry's not going to just sit back and let
this happen.
Cool.
Because he was a good cop, wasn't he? Like, even...
Yeah, he just didn't... He didn't like that he was going back to Daredevil because he was like, you need to do this by the book.
Yeah.
Which he would because he's a police officer. You know, it's
But
understandable.
even now, he realised...
But now he's like, okay, fuck, we need to... It doesn't matter. We need this. But yeah, it was just... I think it would have been a lot more impactful if it was just anyone else.
Yeah.
Apart from just two shadowy police officers we didn't see, and those other two. And Josie.
Obviously, as well, we had that end scene after the credits. Frank in the cage.
The world's most stupid guard.
Yeah. Frank snapping that guy.
Again, I was kind of thinking it was going to be...
Someone.
Yeah, but another thing I thought, like, I think they've been doing this on purpose. We told Joe and the
Oh, yeah.
before the commissioner dies, he gets put in a car. He's about to go to, like, Albany or somewhere to, like, kind of snitch on Fisk.
Yeah.
Like, go to the higher-ups. But, like, there's a police officer working for Fisk in there.
Called Luke.
And he's got... And, like, because it's, like, it's in the shadows and he's obscured in the shot. It's, like, it's a black gentleman. A bold black gentleman with, like, the same facial hair Luke Cage has.
Yeah.
So I'm like... And he just
I
says,
thought it as well.
"Oh, hi, Luke."
Yeah.
And it kind of pans to him. It's like, oh, that looks like... Oh, no, it's not. It's just a police officer.
Yeah.
Luke.
The RT, isn't it? The RT, isn't it? The RT.
That's all it is. They knew. They got to know. And then he's saying the post-credit scene is Frank in the because all the dissenters of Fisk and like the political prisoners are all in these fucking animal cages.
Well, the swordsman's in there
somewhere.
It's all vigilantes, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think one of the senators or one of the people that like
were against him.
Fisk, like he was like, "No, I'm not going to donate this money to you."
But yeah, that guard is dumb as fuck.
Just she go, "Oh, where are you from?" "Oh, I'm from." I just thought it was going to pan to because like it kept not showing the guard's
face, yeah.
And I was kind of thinking, is he going to be someone that we know, like a hero, and be like, "Oh, I know." You know, I know who you are, Frank.
You know what? If you have Frank Castle in a cage and he puts his hand out to shake your hand, rule of thumb is you do not shake his hand.
I think that's a good rule. Like, I know these are not proper prisoners because they're political prisoners, but it's a good rule of thumb. If you're a prison guard, don't put your hands in the prison. No. Don't put your hands in a cell.
Like, and he's chained up and he still snaps his arm. It's
like he's killed about 10 police officers in this episode.
More.
But just in this episode, I mean.
Yeah, more.
I don't think so, because like
in the apartment itself, he killed about 20.
There ain't that many in there. But you know what I mean? Like he's just killed a lot of you.
Yeah. So overall,
and so it obviously ends with him breaking his arm.
Yes.
And
he snaps
and like getting the thing. It was brutal.
I wouldn't be surprised if we start like this new Frank Castle series and he's in the cage, so just munch on an arm. Or he just ripped it off completely.
Well, because is it a series he's getting, or is it like a special?
It's like a special, like a Werewolf by Midnight.
Do you reckon it'll be like an escape?
I reckon
like an escape special where he's just kind of,
I reckon it's going to
die hard in his way out the building.
It's going to literally continue from where it just left off.
Because I would really like that, like like I mentioned the raid before, something where he's just got to survive and get out of this place.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
Yeah.
And then the post-credit scene on that could be him turning up at Josie's
or wherever else.
Yeah, where they're all meeting, planning to do Daredevil season 2.
But yeah, so overall, what you give the first season out of 10?
Well, it was a bit like Final Fantasy Rebirth. I was a bit through the whole thing, and then the ending dragged me right back in. Bastards.
So what are we going for?
I would say it's a 7.
7?
Yes.
I think that's low.
Yeah, but I'm not forgetting how
god awful. See, I'm gonna say 8
from 1 to 7 mostly was to me, or poorly paced.
Yeah, for me it's 8.5. I've enjoyed the season so much.
I was like you just refer to the last episode of my issues with it. They don't go away just because they made it really good.
At the end, yeah.
For me, it's only as high as it is because of Bernthal, D'Onofrio, and Cox.
A lot of theories about season 2. So obviously Matt says he needs an army. Obviously you're assuming he's going to look to the Defenders for help.
Not you, I'm first.
If he looks to the Defenders and other heroes, who would you like to see pop up? Bear in mind, they can't have Spider-Man because of copyright laws still because of Sony.
Do you know, for someone who loves Sony so much, they don't have to piss me off.
Yeah. So obviously you want JJ and Luke.
I kind of just don't think they would get any of the A-listers. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think even if they could get Spider-Man, I don't think he's turning up in this project.
I
It's just the optics of it are weird, man.
I think, right, looking at who's been captured, Kate Bishop's going to turn up, I think.
See, Kate Bishop, it's because of the way, because of Hawkeye.
Yeah.
She makes sense being fitted into this universe, into this series.
Yeah. Well, obviously, the Swordsman, they sort of reconciled at the end of Hawkeye, didn't they? Because she thought he was the bad guy, but he wasn't. So I think, because he's captured, she's going to turn up to help him, save him. Kamala Khan, because her dad.
Well, they literally mentioned her so much in that episode. Oh, you know who my daughter, Kamala.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay.
So, and then obviously I think the Defenders are going to show up.
They cannot have JJ. I
But I
love
also
Jessica
think
Jones.
There's other characters from those shows. So, like,
She's the OG in this.
there's Colleen Wigg from Iron Fist, who, like, was also helping fight. There's, is it Misty? Was that her name? And Luke Cage, who had her arm ripped off and ended up getting a robot arm.
Oh, the police officer.
I think she'll show up because it's corrupt police. That's my theory.
I just feel it would be so bad if we don't have JJ and Luke Cage.
I think it'll be a very, very big missed opportunity to reintroduce those characters.
And, like, it kind of feels like you need them.
Yeah.
Because you've said this is quite bad what's happening now.
Yeah.
You know, Fisk has enacted martial law. He's kind of isolating New York City.
Yeah.
He's got them totally under his control. All his dissenters are imprisoned. He's got an army.
Yeah.
Like, you need big people.
Another theory I've read, and obviously this is stemming from leaked set photos. We've seen Daredevil wearing his costume in the set photos.
Cool.
So it's the not this one. That's the Fallen from Grace. It's this one. The Shadowland costume, which is black and red, which also hints at him siding with the Hand. And obviously, Madame Go hasn't been seen since the Defenders. But she was like, he was okay to leave Madame Go alone and do her stuff because she didn't, she wasn't like violent or nothing.
I do kind of think if they go that way, I think that, like, if they have the Hand, they'll just use them as the army as opposed to.
Well, it's an undead army, innit? So.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I kind of think, oh, you've got them, you don't need the others.
Yeah. And I think that's a bit of a cop out.
It's like if Aragorn in Lord of the Rings could have got the dead army quicker, you wouldn't need the Rohirrim.
No. And I feel like
they could if they thought about that like 2 weeks earlier.
I feel like if they do that, though, go down the Shadowland way and do get the Hand, it's a bit of a cop out, so they don't have to make a story where you're worried about the other characters. So,
or maybe they but I do think they could like reboot the Netflix verse. They're interesting people because most of them are like, I know Luke Cage is like imperious, but they done it where like he had a lot of issues like bad injuries. And...
Well, with Luke Cage, it's sort everything that happens will affect Luke Cage because he's in control of Harlem, isn't he? He's like the Don in Harlem now. So with like Fisk controlling everything, he's stopping his income. So everyone's got something to lose.
I just think they're badass.
Yeah.
I really love Jessica Jones. Like, we need to remember that she's the reason why we had all these, because her series done so well. It was so good. And then it kind of like thingied stuff, like David Tennant was incredible in that. She's incredible in that.
Obviously, we got introduced to Luke Cage and Jessica Jones as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's today's episode. Guys, let us know what you think about Daredevil Season 1, what your theories are for Season 2.
What do you rate?
What's your rating?
As a whole, now it's done.
Yeah.
What did you think about the Fantastic Four trailer? What did you think about the Thunderbolts trailer?
Yeah.
What do you think about the Harry Potter casting?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments on YouTube. Again, if you want to just listen to us, we're on Spotify, Apple. Happy. That's for my friend.
Yeah.
So let us know if you just want to listen to us. We're on Apple, Spotify, Amazon. We will see you next time. I don't know what we're doing next time.
No,
we haven't decided yet.
No, not yet. Well, we'll sort something out.
Yeah, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, as always.
So don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time, guys.
Bye, guys.